Bismillah ar-Rahman
Bismillah
ar-Rahim.
ar-Rahman.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the program. Our next guest is on standby. I've had some information on him on the screen, but I don't see the info here any longer. So let me just introduce him and then he will tell us what the info is all about. I needed to give you a bit of background information, but okay, Thapelo Ahmad, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the program.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay,
Thank you
nice
so much.
talking to you. I understand that minority opposition parties, you're going to tell us who they are laying criminal charges against the DA led mayor's hijacking of the city council as she continues advancing criminal activities. This sounds pretty serious indeed. So, welcome. Let's start with by understanding who the minority opposition parties are. It can't be all of them, it's probably only some of them. And then let's look at these criminal charges.
Okay, thank you so much. Shukran for the opportunity once more. I'm Thapelo Amad, um, a representative or a councillor deployed by Jama-ah in the city
Right.
council. So, who is the minority opposition party? It is constituted by Jama-ah, the AIC, which is African Independent Congress, the PAC, the UDM, Good Party, and we also have the APC. So
Oh,
those are the parties that are.
right. So these the charges seem to be pretty serious. Let's talk about it. And have you had any response from the DA? Let's start with the charges, and I presume you do have evidence to back all of this up.
100%. So it emanates from some of the charges. It's two different charges, right? So one of the charges, both charges were recommended by the Office of the Public Protector, which is a Chapter 9 institution, which is also independent from council. And also the other charge was recommended by Treasury as well as the Office of the Public Protector, the second charge. However, why is it that we are pursuing this route? We are pursuing this route because they have taken the independence of council. This is why you can even see all over today in Soweto, there's no movement because there's a lack of service delivery. I'm not saying this because maybe I might be a resident in Soweto, but all over in the city of Johannesburg, there's a lack of service delivery because their priorities are not to furnish or to assist in terms of service delivery. So basically, the charges are: the first charge would be opening a charge against Hemen Mashaba as the first respondent, Councillor Mpopalati and the Democratic Alliance as the second respondent. This charge it was also recommended by the Office of the Public Protector to the city. There was a recommendation to the city.
Can I just interrupt you here, Thapelo, Bakr Thapelo? Can I just interrupt you here? Herman Mashaba is no longer with the DA. He's not the mayor of Johannesburg any longer. He's opened up his own party. Why are these charges being brought against him?
Uncheck. Allow me an opportunity so that I uncheck and bring clarity to the question. So why Herman Mashaba as the first respondent? The first charge is to open a criminal case against the DA, or rather Herman Mashaba at the time. In 2017, his mayoral committee procured a spyware. It is also informed in our media statement to say this is a charge where we're going to charge Herman Mashaba in particular. They bought a spyware, which is counterintelligence and treason, and they didn't have authorization from a ministerial authorization or an authorization from the SSA, which is the state security. So So this web is a grabber. The spy web is a grabber where they use it to solicit the information, and it is in contravention to the POPI Act. So this is why we are saying Mashaba, because he was a mayor when the web was procured, and also Mpokalati was the MMC at the time. So that's the charge that we are going to open against them as per recommendation from the Office of the Public Protector. I hope that covers your question.
Absolutely, absolutely. I kind of wonder about all of these charges. From time to time, you hear a mayor or a councillor or a politician is, being charged. There's criminal or all sorts of charges brought up against them, and then thereafter you just hear nothing. It just seems to vanish into thin air. Is it because they come, there's a deal struck behind closed doors, or does SAPS just not take it further, or does the the public protector, public prosecutor just throw it out of court because you don't throw it out because you don't have enough evidence, or it's just not a strong enough case?
It's a strong enough case because there's all the documents. The machine was even procured from Israel, and also the other allegations that it's the only machine in the country, and our state doesn't have. So hence why we're saying it's treason in a way, because it is counterintelligence. This machine is only found in the city of Johannesburg. And then maybe the second country that has is Botswana. The entire Africa doesn't have the caliber of this machine. I'm talking about the continent, not just the country.
Yeah, this sounds very, very serious. It sounds also almost like an infringement of sorts on an ordinary citizen's life, because you're talking about spyware. And obviously, it's against, our constitution protects us from being spied upon, isn't it?
100%. 100%. Because for you to bring this machine, also, you need a certain authorization, and you need a high level, intense training. And the only institution that can also provide that particular training, it is the SSA, which is the state security. The SSA we have also my apologies, not recommendations, but we have correspondence from the SSA pertaining this particular machine, and we also have correspondence from the Office of Presidency, the National Office of Presidency. So just because of I'm also time cognizant, the second charge, can I move to the second charge, and then you will, as and when interrupt.
Please do. And then what I also want you to share with me is, if this does go ahead, what sort of prosecutions or charges do we expect to see against these people? Will they get off with hefty fines? Will they, how's this all going to play out? I know you and I are not legal eagles, but I'm sure you applied your mind to these questions. So please go ahead.
Okay, on the first charge, since we are still on it, we haven't moved to the second one. The horses had already bolted, in a sense that there's an entity in the city of Johannesburg, which is a state organ. That the state organ is called GFIS, Group Forensic Investigation Services. So that machine, it's operated there by that particular entity. So the group head and myself, we have a case already in High Court, but the matter is sub judice. I'm not gonna dwell about much info.
No, we respect that. We respect that.
Yeah, they have moved on an agent interdict, but let me not go to the details. Let me say it's sub judice.
Okay.
So this is where it is right now. It is in the High Court. So
the second charge.
Justice will take its course. Yes.
Okay. You want to move on to the second charge?
So, yes, please. So the second one would be opening the criminal case against the executive mayor and Speaker Vasco da Gama of the City Council
Mm.
as a second respondent um, uh, on the issue of procurement. So there's
Ah,
an MMC deployed by Action SA. His name is Councillor Nkuli Mbundu, who had interfered with
okay. Abu Bakr, I've lost you there. Hello, are you still there? Oh, Abu Bakr, are you there? Abu Bakr? Okay, I'm not quite sure what's going on. Abu Bakr, we've lost him. Abu Bakr Thapelo Amad. No point in getting back online now. Perhaps we can follow up on this story tomorrow because our next guest from the UK, Layla Ali, is standing by to talk to us about the Hajj lottery system on the UK travel market, the Hajj travel market, and how it's impacted the travel operators and the Hujjaj as a whole. So do please stand by.